Imagine you are standing on a luxury ship in the middle of a calm ocean. You are looking for a massive iceberg, something large enough to sink you, like a catastrophic market crash or a total job loss. But while you are scanning the horizon for a giant threat, you fail to notice that the hull of your ship is riddled with 1,000 tiny pinholes. Individually, they are harmless. Together, they are lethal. You aren't going to sink because of a sudden explosion. You are going to sink because of a slow, quiet, and perfectly legal accumulation of water. Most people spend their lives terrified of the big financial mistakes, like buying a house they can't afford or losing their life savings in a scam. But in 2026, wealth isn't usually killed by a single blow. It is bled dry by a dozen innocent habits that you perform every single week without a second thought. Welcome to the Wealth Architecture Lab. Today, we are deconstructing the 12 specific purchases that are quietly keeping you poor. We are going to look past the marketing and the social pressure to see the real math behind your spending. We will explore how the system profits from your inaction and why these 12 habits are designed to ensure you never reach escape velocity. By the end of this video, you will see your bank statement not as a list of transactions, but as a blueprint for either your freedom or your cage. The first purchase is the Ghost subscription. In 2026, the economy has shifted into a subscription-first model because financial institutions know that humans are biologically wired to forget small, recurring costs. Whether it's a streaming service you no longer watch, a premium app you used once, or a gym membership that serves as a donation to a facility you never visit, these are ghost leaks. The system relies on the friction of cancellation to keep you paying. If you have 5 subscriptions at $15 each, that is nearly $1,000 a year being vacuumed out of your architecture. Over a decade, with compounding interest, those ghosts have cost you the price of a mid-sized sedan. The second purchase is the convenience tax. We live in an era of instant gratification architecture. Delivery apps have convinced an entire generation that paying a 30% markup for a cold meal is a standard lifestyle choice. Between delivery fees, service fees, and tips, a $15 burger becomes a $35 liability. You aren't just paying for food, you are paying for the privilege of staying stationary. The system profits from your laziness, and every time you hit that order button, you are trading hours of your future labor for 20 minutes of convenience. The third purchase is the normal car payment. This is perhaps the most dangerous anchor in modern finance. We have been conditioned to believe that a $600 monthly payment is just a part of life, but the math is brutal. If you take that same $600 and put it into a diversified portfolio yielding a 7% return, in 30 years you would have over $700,000. By choosing the new car smell every 5 years, you are literally choosing to work an extra decade of your life to pay for a depreciating hunk of metal that spends 90% of its time sitting in a driveway. The fourth purchase is the safe savings account. This is the purchase of a lie. When you leave your money in a traditional savings account earning 0.01% interest, you are effectively purchasing a loss. With inflation running higher than your interest rate, your purchasing power is evaporating every single day. The bank takes your safe money, invests it in assets that yield 7 to 10%, and gives you back a fraction of a penny. You think you are being responsible, but you are actually funding the bank's portfolio while yours remains stagnant. The fifth purchase is the status signal. This includes the designer clothes with giant logos, the latest smartphone that offers no functional upgrade over the last one, and the luxury watch bought on credit. These are not assets, they are status taxes paid by people who are afraid of appearing poor. The truly wealthy often look broke because they understand that every dollar spent on a logo is a dollar that cannot be put to work in the market. When you purchase status, you are buying the approval of people who aren't paying your bills. The sixth purchase is the innocent daily ritual. It's the $7 gourmet coffee or the $5 energy drink. Individually, these are insignificant. But wealth architecture is about the cumulative weight of small decisions. If you spend $10 a day on rituals, that is $300 a month. Over a working life of 40 years, that is nearly $500,000 in lost opportunity cost. The system wants you focused on the treat so you don't notice the trap. The seventh purchase is high-interest debt servicing. This is the purchase of time you haven't earned yet. When you carry a balance on a credit card at 24% interest, you are paying a massive premium to live a life you cannot afford. This is the opposite of compounding interest. It is compounding poverty. The bank loves the person who pays the minimum balance because they are a permanent debt servant, providing a guaranteed stream of income for the institution for decades. The eighth purchase is overinsurance. Many people are sold peace of mind for risks they don't actually face, or they pay for low-deductible plans that cost more in premiums than they ever save in claims. Whether it's extended warranties on electronics or complex life insurance products that claim to be investments, you are often purchasing protection for the insurance company's bottom line, not your own. The ninth purchase is the lifestyle upgrade. Every time you get a raise at work, you move into a slightly better apartment, buy slightly better clothes, and eat at slightly better restaurants. This is known as lifestyle creep. You are running faster on the treadmill, but you aren't moving forward. You are purchasing a higher cost of living that ensures you remain dependent on your next paycheck, no matter how large it becomes. The 10th purchase is low-quality calories. Buying highly processed, cheap food feels like a saving, but it is a long-term financial liability. You are purchasing future medical bills, lower energy levels, and decreased cognitive performance. In the architecture of wealth, your body is the primary engine. If you fuel it with garbage to save $5 today, you will pay $50,000 in maintenance tomorrow. The 11th purchase is the small premium upgrade. This is the extra dollar for a larger size, the $5 for ad-free viewing, or the $10 for priority shipping. These small upsells are designed to feel trivial, but they are a form of psychological conditioning. They train you to value small increments of comfort over the integrity of your capital. They are the microtransactions of real life, and they drain your accounts $1 at a time. The 12th purchase is the inaction tax. This is the cost of waiting for the right time. Every day you aren't invested because you are waiting for a dip or studying the market is a day you are purchasing the safety of the sidelines at the cost of your future millions. Inaction is a choice, and in the world of compound interest, it is the most expensive choice you can make. To make this relatable, let's look at the story of Alex. Alex is 26 and works a job that pays him $25 an hour. On paper, he's doing okay, but after taxes, his real pay is closer to $18 an hour. Alex pays $600 a month for a truck he doesn't need for work. He spends $15 a day on lunch and coffee apps because he's busy. He has 4 streaming services he rarely uses and a premium music account. When you add up his innocent habits, Alex is spending nearly $1,200 a month on things that provide zero long-term value. Alex isn't broke because he doesn't work hard. He is broke because his financial architecture is leaking. He is trading 66 hours of his life every single month just to pay for his convenience fees, his truck interest, and his ghost subscriptions. Alex thinks he's living his life, but he is actually working 2 weeks every month just to satisfy the system's requirements. If Alex redirected that $1,200 into a simple index fund, he would be a multimillionaire by the time he retired. But instead, he is a debt servant who wonders why he can never get ahead. The tragedy of the financial system is that it doesn't need to steal your money in a dark alley. It just needs to convince you to give it away, $5 at a time, for things you think you need. It uses mental accounting to make you feel like small purchases don't count, while it uses compound interest to ensure those small purchases grow into massive walls that keep you trapped in the working class. Wealth isn't about being cheap, it's about being an architect. It's about realizing that every dollar is a worker that can either build your fortress or go off to build someone else's. When you buy these 12 things without thinking, you are sending your workers to build the bank's tower while yours sits in ruins. You have to be willing to be different to be wealthy. You have to be willing to say no to the convenience, no to the status, and no to the normal debt that everyone else accepts as a fact of life. As we wrap up today's audit, I want you to open your banking app. Don't look at the big numbers. Look at the small ones. Look at the $3 fees, the $10 subscriptions, and the $30 food orders. Those aren't just transactions. They are the pinholes in your hull. You have the power to plug them. You have the power to stop the leak and start the engine of your own wealth. Ask yourself this. If you could see the future you who is retired and free, would they thank you for that $30 delivery order today? If you are ready to stop bleeding capital and start building a legacy, hit the subscribe button and join the Wealth Architecture Lab. We are deconstructing the traps and building the future, $1 at a time. I'll see you in the next one.